Welcome back to Awesome Possum Hobbies and Games. I am Chris, and I'm back with another Kickstarter purchase. This one I've been waiting for about 6 months, which is a typical amount of lead time for them to produce and ship out products. This one is from a company called Flying Horseduck. Yes, Flying Horseduck, interesting name, and I can already say I'm excited about this product. What is it? It is a Hobby Games RPG accessory. So what is it? Let's open it up and check her out. Already, let's go ahead and take a look at the inside of the packaging. Flying Horseduck Mastersmith Collection. We made these dice for Possible. Thank you. And then of course it says share a photo of your new dice. And then it has the actual products, some extra stuff I bought, along with some extra products. We'll go through each of those individually here. And of course, care and use. Your dice may become dirty. Hand wash using soap and water only. Some of these dice are stone dice, so take a look at that. These are not for children. 100% satisfaction guarantee. If you aren't satisfied, you can contact them for shipping it back. 30 days of delivery. And of course, designed in California, manufactured in China, and designs protected by copyright pending patents. So what products are they? These are, of course, some additional things, which we'll go over those here shortly. A little dice holder, and then, of course, more self-optimized dice, precisely machined from solid metal, or from some of these are made of other products such as plastics or epoxy. So let's go ahead and open up the first one. This is the Ancient Glacier 7-piece premium dice set. And what makes these things so special compared to all the rest of the dice out there? We will talk about that here momentarily. But I could just say right now, the packaging is phenomenal. This is it feels like it's a pleather style from Flying Horseduck with magnets to hold everything in place, and then you have an amazing, immaculate dice set. Let's go ahead and zoom in a little bit and check these out. And the thing that makes these different than other products is the fact that, one, the size. All the different dice are going to be set at a different size. I'll go ahead and take them out. We'll go over them individually, including the specialized D4. But here we go. Just get these out one at a time. These are in here tight, so they're not going to fly out of the special packaging, but this box, I'm going to hold on to it instead of throwing it in the trash. So now that we have all these dice out, let's go ahead and go over them. They are nice little epoxy dice, and they are, man, they have quite a great size. Let's go ahead and compare them to regular size dice after we go through each of the individual ones. So starting with the D4, which is the reason why you want to buy this set, is they have a unique style D4 that's been reimagined, and it is cool. It is definitely not like a typical Caltrop style D4, which here's a standard one. You can see the difference in size, and this one is supposed to be mathematically perfect. I'll go ahead and do a series of rolls to see what the average is going to be, but I could say right now, I prefer the new D4 compared to the old D4, and the reason why is because if you ever drop one of these on the floor and stepped on one, you know it's dangerous. But we'll go on to the D6. This is a chunky D6 compared to a standard size D6. This is from Die Hard Dice. This is from the Flying Horseduck, and these are gorgeous. These are absolutely gorgeous, and they are, substantial. I mean, they are definitely like top tier gray. Let's go on to the D8s. D8 compared to a standard size D8, and you can see the difference in size. These are nice, sharp, pointy, which I always like rolling the pointy dice, and they have some nice stuff on the inside to make it really lustrous. Compared to the regular size D8, it's almost 25% bigger. Let's go on to the D10s. Here's a D10, and the new D10. Look at the difference in the dice. These Flying Horseduck dice are expensive. They are not cheap, but at the same time, they are special. I am a big fan of them so far just by looking at them. Will the results show what they are? And as you can see, they changed the position of the numbers on the dice, so it's a little bit different. Wonder what the averages will be like, just to make it so, usually you have the zeros and the ones on the opposite side, but of course zeros and the 90 on the opposite side. Why? Because these are considered to be double odds, 0, compared to 90, which is the high side of the dice. So 90, double 0, well, that still stays the same, but the numbers next to it are a little bit different. Let's go on to the D12. Here is a D12 with a standard D12. 12, and as you can see, the numbers are on nearby are a little bit different. So there's a 7, there's no 7 on surrounding there. So the numbers will roll probably a little bit different. Let's go ahead and check out the D20, which of course, if you're a Dungeons and Dragons player, which is going to be the biggest and most important dice that you can have. As you can see, you have the 8 usually like below and a 14 instead of a 3. So, mathematically different dice will affect the average rolls. We'll wait and see. Overall, not a bad set of dice. They all are pretty perfect. The only things that make it look weird is they have this like little plastic on the inside to make it so it refracts light a little bit different. I bought an extra set of different dice, like this is a Forge Glow, this is the Dawn Waterfall. Let's go ahead and open them up individually just to check out the differences in color, because they had 8 different types of colors available, styles, colors, what have you. And these are the premium chunky D20. These are 31 millimeters. So let's check it out. And this is, as you can see, it is quite chunky compared to regular D20. It is huge in comparison. So if you want to have something that has different numbers on the sides, and of course, it rolls just like any other dice, these might be something for you to check out. And I got another premium chunky. This one's the Forge Glow. Let's check it out. Ooh, that's a pretty red. And check that out. That's a pretty dice. Pretty dice. I like the blue ones, probably my favorites. Compared to the regular size D20, there's a big difference in sizes, as you can see. The chunky, regular size Flying Horseduck, and then here's a regular size standard D20. So Flying Horseduck definitely has some nice sizes available. Let's go ahead and check out the extra thing. This is a dice podium that, between dice rolls, you go throw your D20 on just so you can show it off. Boom. How about one of the chunky? There you go. I think I paid an extra $5 for that. That's interesting. Nice and smooth, handcrafted wood. Definitely done on a lathe and then extra sanded out. Fun. Perfect size for a D20, even if it's chunky or one of the special one, regular size, or even their standard size D20. Perfect size for their chunky one. So let's go ahead and I want to put on the screen right now what the differences are compared to others. We'll go through one at a time. So let's go ahead and talk about how Flying Horseduck numbers the size of their dice. This is straight from their website. They go through and they figure out what the mean of all faces are going to be, and adjacent to all the faces are going to be. And here's the breakdown, so that it's going to roll pretty average. The next set of video is going to be showing exactly what my averages for 100 rolls is going to be. So rolls for their dice, faces with the highest value on their dice and each always exact opposite of the face with the lowest value. The sum of the 5 faces and of any pentagon on a die is within 1 of the sum of any other pentagon. So it can't be equal just because of how the numbers all set up. Usually they're going to be within 1. So Pentagon is directly opposite of each other on the die, have equal sums, and the highest and lowest values are spread across the dice as evenly as practically. Here are the averages for 100 rolls. I rolled the 4, 100 rolls, 2.26 was the average. 6 was 3.26, a little bit low. And 8 was 4.52, which was a little bit low. And the averages for a D10 was 5.24. Averages for the percentile D10 was 44.6. And the averages for a D12 was 5.8. Moving on to the D20s, the standard blue D20 was 12.02, while the chunky ones were a little bit lower at 10.32, which is closer to what the standard average should be, while the standard dice is 10.08. So back after those random rolls to see what the balance was. As you can see, pretty interesting results. I think they're pretty standard, just like anything else. Now that we have that, my rating on these, I'm going to take out the pricing out of my rating scale because, first launch for Kickstarter, I got kind of a discount because that's how Kickstarters work. If you go through an early adopter or if you go through and purchase early, they have a slight discount. So knowing that these are a premium product with a kind of expensive price tag, you get what you pay for. These are super nice. They're all handmade. And I have to say I'm very pleased with, even with the amount of time I had to wait for them. I will rate these as a 4.8 out of 5. If you go through it and rate with the actual pricing, it will bring it down a little bit further down. But like I said, I had to take the pricing out of it because I wanted to just base it on the quality of the product as well as the actual product themselves. It's just, I think they're a great change and a good include for anyone who is an RPG player that requires a good set of dice. Are these for everybody? Probably not. The price will scare people away, as with most products. Now, if you can't afford it, you probably shouldn't buy it. But at the same time, I am a big fan of these. I'm glad I went through and made the investment. They'll be fun for years to come in all of my RPG games. Until next time, I hope you have a fantastic week. And remember to, of course, keep it rolling. And thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please take the time to like the video and subscribe if you'd like to stay updated. Have a great day and keep them rolling.